Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk Crestwood Comets football. Seamus Rother joining us right now. Well, Seamus, let's talk about the 2015 season. Here we are in July. 2-a-days will be around before you know it in August. Tell us about this, the work you guys are putting in the summer in the weight room, all the stuff you've got guys have done up until this point.
Yeah, we started off after Christmas getting the whole team together in the weight room. We did our lifts. We got a lot of agility work in, and we also started working on the offense in the high school gym. And our offense is pretty complicated, so it's based on a lot of deception. So to get the new kids, new pieces of the puzzle into the offense, we had to do a lot of work introducing new formations and blocking schemes for a bunch of guys.
Well, you're going to be one of those guys that are going to be in that mix as a quarterback and as a linebacker. You guys really lost some great senior leadership, but guys like you are going to have to step up and take over that leadership role this season.
Yeah, it was a pleasure playing with guys like Frankie and Jay and Rodney last year, and even Frank Cordero. He was a big mentor of mine last year, really pushing me to work hard in the offseason. And to take a role like they had last year, it's a great experience. I can't wait to be a leader for this team and really motivate kids to do good and take it one play at a time, and just do what they did. You know, show it, like, lead by example. You know, like, work hard off the field, on the field, in the classroom. Just being a great player and a great role model for younger kids in the school.
Well, Seamus, I'm sure everybody on the surface is thinking, boy, Crestwood lost everybody. But as you stop and look a little bit deeper into the roster, you say, wait a minute, that guy played, that guy was pretty good, that guy played here. You guys still have some quality players there at Crestwood, and you guys should have a very good season.
Yeah, we did lose some pieces of the puzzle, but the thing is, we have kids that played before, that played in big games, and we do have a monkey on our back with the guys that left. People saying around the town, oh, you guys didn't be as good as last year. You know, Idledinger's gone, Popson's gone, but I think in our perspective, that really motivates us to say, hey, you know, we could be just as good as those guys. We got what it takes. We played with them last year. You know, we won big games. You know, I think to get out there the first game without those guys, some people might think we might be a little scared, but I think we're more excited, you know, to prove to people, not just in our town, not just our school, but around the whole league. You know, we still got some quality players, and we're in this thing. We're in the running for this again, you know?
Seamus Rother joining us here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers as we talk Crestwood Comets football, and Seamus will have a big role in that. Seamus, talk about playing the role of quarterback and inside linebacker. Jay Popson, he was a tough kid. He played a little bit of that too. But tell us about being a quarterback, but yet being a physical guy and making sure that you're getting a helmet on somebody over on the defensive end as well.
Yeah, well, our whole team, we thrive on playing physical football, and even the quarterback position, it's not like the standard quarterback where you're handing the ball off every play. You know, at our quarterback, you're doing it all. You're running, throwing, blocking. You got to be just as physical as the other guys on the other side of the ball. You know, we got a lot of kids that are coming back who want to be physical. Guys like Shalosky, you know, people might say, oh, he's just a skinny receiver, but that kid could block, you know. You got guys like Lance stepping in, coming from the defensive side of the ball to play running back. He's going to surprise people with how physical he can actually be. And playing quarterback for our team is just a pleasure. I'm glad to have a great head coach like Greg Myers to really show me things that I didn't know before about playing quarterback on this team. Because I played fullback last year, and it's just a whole different mindset. You gotta think a little more. There's a whole bunch of stuff you gotta do. And also playing on the defensive side of the ball, I just love defense, and being around a bunch of guys on defense who want to play physical and knock some heads, I just love that. There's nothing like it. And being a middle linebacker, standing next to Josh Kaminsky, a guy who had a hell of a season last year, it's just a pleasure to be by him, and I'm learning from him, moving from outside to inside. So I like to have the help from Josh. He's a really great player. It's a pleasure to play next to him.
And as you mentioned, Seamus, you have some skill guys, guys with wheels, a guy like Tanner that could do a heck of a job as well, wherever you put him. He had a nice lacrosse season as well. He's a guy who I think he played ice hockey too. He's a three-sport athlete.
Yeah, Tanner, he's a great kid. He's a great friend of mine. Well, definitely one of the funniest kids on the team. He's by far the most diverse player in our backfield. He plays hockey, plays lacrosse, and he does well in all of them. And to have a guy like Tanner on your side of the ball, that really throws a spin. When it's in that 4, you never know when he's coming out of nowhere and taking it to the house. It's just great to have him there.
Yeah, Tanner Kalow may be one of the most dynamic three-sport athletes at a big school in northeastern Pennsylvania, as you mentioned, Seamus. How about up front? Noah Keita is going to be the guy who's going to be the anchor. There's going to have to be some guys around him that'll have to fill in nicely.
Yeah, Noah this year, he's moving from center to outside tackle. And really on our offense, if you're playing outside tackle, that means the coaches have a lot of trust in you. And if I had to put my trust in anybody on the offensive line, I'd put it in Noah Keita. The kid, he's smart. He knows all the plays. He's always thinking, and the kid hits like a house. There's no one like him in this league, and I think running behind him, and he's really going to be the guy that is going to be anchored on our offensive line. And the kid last year, he was a younger guy, and he was a little bit quieter, but this offseason, he stepped up and got a lot more vocal, and that's not like him. But the new Noah Keita, he's very vocal. He's a great leader, and he's always looking to take young linemen under his wing.
Seamus, how about some younger guys that now have stepped up, hit that weight room hard, maybe guys that are going to be in their freshman or sophomore year, maybe junior year that you've seen and said, boy, this kid's working hard. He's going to really contribute this year.
Yeah, well, I'm going to start off with my little brother there. He's a freshman. He's the only freshman he brought up this year, and right now he's working really hard, and I think with Johnny Matthew's injury, he's the kid that's going to fill in for him, and he's looking really good. He worked all offseason, and he doesn't get a break from me. When we go home, if he's not lifting hard enough, I bring him right up to our weight room and work him a little harder. And then another guy is Luis Castro. He's a sophomore. He's 6'2", 280, and the kid in the beginning of the year would always be, do we have to lift, But Coach Arcangeli got on him, really worked with him, and now the weights are flying with this kid. He's working on his speed, and the kid's really going to surprise people because we lost some people up front who really dominated last year. And people around the league might not think that we have the offensive line that's going to compare to last year, but this kid working right next to Noah Keita and guys like Christian Kintz, who also started last year, he's really going to help him out. It's a great guy to have up front.
Seamus Rother, he's becoming a leader already here at the Crestwood Comets. It's going to be his senior season. Seamus, we wish you well over the next couple of weeks as you get ready for two-a-days, which are coming up here before you know it. And again, have a great season, okay?
All right, thank you. Thank you for having me on the show. It was really a pleasure.
All right, great catching up with Seamus Rother, quarterback and linebacker for the Crestwood Comets for Coach Greg Myers this season here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.